What's up, Taiwan? Good morning. I'm Betty Chen with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan is in talks to get COVID-19 vaccine doses for children aged 5 to 11. Officials have not yet said when these might get approval for use. Our reporter, John Van Triesk, asked Dr. Shi Xingru, director of Chang'an University's Research Center for Emerging Viral Infections, how safe COVID vaccines are for children.
I know some studies have been working on the long-term monitoring for the vaccine side effect, but it's very hard to prove the link. Probably it's coincidence, not cause and effect for the vaccine to cause some disease in children. And I think for children, the thing is that the severity for them are very low, but vaccine still can cause some side effect, such as myocarditis, which is very severe. So, of course, parents would have some concern. If you want to control the disease, if children got the vaccine, got the shots, I think even though they got infected, the viral load in them will become less.
The health minister said that we're likely to hit the 1,000 daily new caseload mark by the end of the month. At what point do you think that Taiwan must learn to live with the virus?
Yes, I think people are learning how to live with this virus because it's very likely the influenza virus, right? People got vaccinated, but still can get infected, and some people will have very severe syndrome. But the thing is, such as influenza virus, got very good antiviral is coming through. And for COVID-19, people do have drugs right now, the protease inhibitor or polymerase inhibitor. But the thing is, Taiwan, we purchased not that much, not enough. I think it should cover at least 1% of the population. So it will be over 1 million doses would be better to let people can live with virus.
So in your view, will regular booster shots just become a part of life, like annual flu shots, for instance?
Not really, because for influenza virus, the memory of our body is kind of very short. And for coronavirus, probably our memory is short for the variants, but for the long-term memory, still can against many types of coronavirus. So we will see whether we need to get shot regularly or probably not as frequently as flu shot, probably 2 years or 3 years, or maybe not. Because consider that there are also many kinds of coronavirus exist in human beings, and we live with them peacefully.
Russian atrocities against Ukrainian civilians have sent shockwaves around the world. More than 8,000 kilometers away, the pain of the suffering is being felt among Taiwan's small Ukrainian community. The country has only one Ukrainian restaurant, which is located on the northeast coast. TaiwanPlus reporter in Kvet met the owner, who lives here with his Taiwanese wife, to find out how he feels about the conflict in his homeland.
Tucked away on Taiwan's northeast coast in the city of Yilan is the only Ukrainian restaurant in the country. Its owner, Sergei Balagov, is one of 205 Ukrainians who have made Taiwan their home. He never believed Russia would invade Ukraine, and now says he cannot believe the brutality.
So I never knew that, never expected that Russian could be so worse than animals. I mean, I don't say in everybody's, but at least those soldiers.
Balagov himself was a soldier once, conscripted into the army when Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. Here he is, bottom left, at just 18 years old when he served in Kazakhstan alongside Russian soldiers. 40 years on, his comrades now on opposite sides of the conflict.
They became, I don't know, they really brainwashed, and now they hate Ukrainians for no reason. They're really not thinking about Ukrainians as a people. It's just the same what's happened in Germany in 1930s. Their nation is above everybody else.
Balagov's mother was Russian. He is from a village outside Kharkiv, close to the Russian border. It's now one of the war's worst-hit cities. He says he's glad his parents didn't live to see this. His only remaining family there, a nephew whose mother is also Russian, has fled to what he called a safer part. Though he is far from home, Balagov says he has been overwhelmed by support from Taiwanese. Some want to shake his hand, others give him money for Ukraine. Diners come to Mr. Balagov for the Ukrainian specialties, such as meatballs and chicken Kiev, made from ground meat, crisped up with garlic butter. He also serves shish kebab and Turkish coffees, dishes of other cultures adopted by Ukraine. The setting is a slice of home, with its whitewashed walls and decorative Ukrainian peach stove, all contained within a traditional hatta or country house. Earnings from his restaurant have contributed to the thousands of dollars that Balagov plans to send to Ukraine.
I knew that Taiwanese is very supportive people. In general, they could always help you if you ask for the help. Or just for no reason they could,
It is with the support of those from his adopted home for the last decade that Balagov can now focus on helping those in his native Ukraine. Alex Chen and Ian Kavat for TaiwanPlus.
A new dance performance called Sand in a Cloud marks the return of one of Taiwan's most beloved modern dance companies, Cloud Gate Dance Theater. Bing Wang gives us an inside look.
This piece, Sand in a Cloud, is about the struggle of isolation that many people have felt during the pandemic, a feeling shared by the Cloudgate dancers. Before the pandemic, the Cloudgate dancers spent much of their time here, the home base of Taiwan's premier dance company, an eco-friendly, state-of-the-art theater on the northern coast of Taiwan. They came here to rehearse, perform, eat, hang out, and work out together. That all came to a halt a year ago after a spike in COVID cases in Taiwan. But after a brief hiatus, they are ready to perform, and the theater is once again open to the public. The world-renowned Cloudgate once traveled the globe performing to full houses. But this latest work reflects the seismic changes they've experienced during the pandemic. They were forced to stay in Taiwan, and at times in isolation.
去年台湾疫情最严重的时候，我们也做了远距的工作，所以每一个舞者在早上10点打开他们家的电脑，我就在 screen 里面看到20几个不同的房间的样子，每一个人在自己的房间，虽然疫情我们没办法在一起，可是我们还是一起上课，所以在这个课结束之后，我1对1的跟每个舞者谈话。
These virtual conversations changed Zheng's relationships with his dancers.
所以因为疫情的关系，借由看到这不同的视窗里面舞者的房间，我好像更进入他们的世界的感觉，然后可以更理解他们，不是透过交谈，不是透过服装，而是透过一个房间。
In the same way that Zheng brought his dancers back together, he's also hoping to reconnect with audiences who have shared in a collective feeling of detachment.
希望舞蹈可以不只带给自己快乐，解决自己的情绪，也希望这个快乐可以分享给更多人，让大家不管在剧院里面，不管在台湾各个角落或世界各地，可以感受到云门舞集跟云门舞者所带来的一种温暖或感动。
It's undeniable that the COVID-19 pandemic has kept people apart. But for Zheng and the Cloudgate Dance Theater, the space it created offered room for reflection. And the result, Sent in a Cloud, aims to bring people back together again. Kama Xu and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Betty Chen. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with footage of the world's oldest gorilla, Fatu, celebrating her 65th birthday at Berlin Zoo. Take care and see you next time.